Rahim ennyama eno egabwa mu mizikiti, amalwaliro, amasomero, amakomera n'abantu ssekinnoomu, abasiraamu n'ab'enzikiriza endala nga ssentebe w'ekibiina kino bw'alambulula.
Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu akbar. Nyagala kwebaza abasiraamu bonna kubakurisa Idi enungi. Olunaku luno turujaguza nga tuwa ekitiibwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala okubanga bwe yagamba Ibrahim ati nyagala ompa omwana wo, Ibrahim tiyaddamu n'amumuwa na Isaac n'akkiriza. Omukkiriza okwo kwe lunaku lutujaguza olwaleero lulaga obugumisiriza okw'ekitiibwa kw'oyo owatuwangaaza. Ate abasupportinga Nile Humanitarian Development Agency mwena tubaagala nnyo ate tubasaba Katonda bw'ebirungi ku lunaku luno. Abasiraamu muleke twebaze mukulembeze waffe Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, tumusabire buli lunaku. Abasiraamu olwaleero amavivi mugateeke wansi, mumusabire emirembe yaleese mu ggwanga, eddembe lyawadde abanakyewa kukola emirimu yaabwe bwe bagikolera mu mateeka g'eggwanga.
Idi eno ye Idi enkulu, Idi ey'okusala ebisolo. Abakkiriza mwe basaddaakira ente, embuzi, endiga, eŋŋamiya nga bajjukira jjajja w'abakkiriza Nabbi Ibrahim bwe yagenda okusala omwana we Isimayira, kyokka Mukama Katonda n'amuwaamu endiga. Kino era kigobererwa baganda baffe Abayudaaya ne baganda baffe abagoberezi ba Kristo, naffe abasiraamu ne Babahayi n'abo bonna abakkiririza mu Katonda omulamu. So mu kino twebaza nnyo bannaffe aba Nile Humanitarian Development Agency olw'okutuwa ente ezisoma mu 2,000 ezigabiddwa mu bifo n'ebitundu ebisoba mu 62 omuli ewaffe e Butambala, omuli wano mu Kampala n'emiriraano.
Kiso omulungi ennaku tusala ebisolo ennaku 4, olwaleero olusooka olwa Idi ne twongeramu n'ennaku 3. N'olwekyo omuntu yenna alina obusobozi sala osobola okubeera nga weefunira ku mpeera zino empitirivu. Ekitubeeza n'okusala ebisolo bino Allah yatuterawo okusala.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel for achieving the United Nations set target for safe water coverage in Uganda by 2030. This follows the country's national water coverage, now at 70%. The water coverage in some of the rural areas rotates around 68%, an indication for some improvement, while commissioning 13 boreholes drilled this year by the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency in collaboration with the Time to Help Netherlands in Mukono district. The project coordinator Fatima Oz called on the community to utilize and safeguard the boreholes for their own benefit.
We have one goal. It's all about humanity. And we know, as no one's on the others, how important water is. That's the basic. And we are really happy that we are staying here together for this beautiful ceremony from Sidikava.
The Executive Director, Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, Issa Kirarira, hailed government for providing a conducive environment that favors non-government organizations in implementing programs to meet people's needs.
So we always do our programs in line with the government, and I want you to join me in thanking His Excellency the President of Uganda for being available in protecting the interests of the needy and also encouraging the non-governmental organizations which are within the thickets of the law to continue serving people.
Residents of Mukono hailed Nile Humanitarian Development Agency for their generous contribution towards mankind.
We are here, the Al-Fatiha Education and Orphanage Center community, thanking Time to Help for the empowerment and whatever assistance they offered us, including water. They have offered us boreholes, they have offered us dormitories to accommodate our children, they have offered us laboratories and some staff quarters and kitchen and so many other things that they bring us on other timely basis, like feedings and any other recruitment to the children.
Later Time to Help Netherlands handed over food items including sugar, rice, posho, among others, to the residents of Lutengo in Mukono district. The executive director, Nile Humanitarian Agency, said it's their social corporate responsibility to feed the underprivileged during the month of Ramadan.
Let us learn how to live in harmony with one another, to share. Ramadan is a month of forgiving, sharing, being available for one another, for reflecting, to correct the mistakes that you have done. It is a reminder to renew your life. So with these celebrations of Iftar, we are going to interface with this evening and with these packs from the Dutch people, Time to Help Netherlands. Really, we appreciate it with one heart.
Karenga is a non-raiding district within Karamoja sub-region and a victim of raids by the G of Kotido and Dodoth from Kabong. Most of the people are farmers due to the good fertile soils, but many fail to have good harvest due to wild animal destruction and climate change. According to the LC3 chairperson for Kapedo Town Council, Ben Angelo Lokiria, the hunger situation is now at over 75%.
All people were affected. But for now, I am rating at 75% because it was almost 95%. But since now, the little that is being invested, it has reduced a bit.
You know, people here, they dig earlier, so but there's the little seeds that they had, they have already dug, but the army destroyed the first dig.
People in Kapedo sub-county decry wild animals which are destroying their gardens, which has resulted into poor harvests.
With crops, someone goes to the garden knowing that he's going to harvest something. Finally, he finds out that the crops were all destroyed by animals. How I wish government could intervene also on the animal problems so that my people survive on farming. And basically,
they again say, we shall talk to people in Kampala, to the parliament. Up to when? Yeah? And even people have neglected going to their farms there. They say, let the animals. Now, if the animal gets you there and it maybe kills you, these people of Hua, they come and they do what? They deceive you by giving you maybe one, you're dead, but they give your children one sack, maybe and beans, just little. Then that's enough. But if you kill the animal, you're taken to court, prison.
Healed properly because of some heavy rains and those other things. And mostly like those ones, like fertile areas, you get as animals, this animal problem. Just
ngawe ngambye kulikayo mu bulango bw'abakama baffe era we wale kubanga okyatugubira ku Excel TV kyaliwo nze Kakuset naye tukyalinda executive director w'ekitongole ekyo nga bw'olengera omukulu Isa Kiralira tugenda batutambula naye kajjaamu kafuse kajjaamu olunaku lwa leero naye kyolina okukola nga nze bwe nnina empapula zange ne peeni wano naawe kyoba okola nsobola okunkubirako n'owulira ku ebyo byewakalaba bye bakola mu Northern Uganda tulabye bye bakola bagaba ku boreholes producer we bali nnyo okubateerayo ebintu ebyo waliwo abaana abo kati nga boolaba abaana abo nti basse n'amazzi naye at a high risk kati bo kye bakola kuzimba boreholes mu communities ez'enjawulo waliwo abantu nga emmere tebagifuna mu budde. So what they do is supplying emmere naye waliwo criteria and procedures zikolebwa era ina abantu bakwatagana nabo okulabika nga batuusa emirimu emirungi gino ku kitongole ku communities ez'enjawulo. Excel TV tukyusa bulamu era ekimu ku bintu byensinga okwagala mu program eno tukoleeko kubanga tulabika nga tweyambayamba nkitegeera nti ebbula ly'emirimu lingi mu Uganda naye ebitongole nga bino tubireeta kulabanga kubanga byo biyambako ne mu skilling bakola skilling ate ebitongole bino bane connections nyingi biba n'emirimu mingi kale kitulesesa ebitongole nga bino wekulaba impact ebikoze mu society kubanga jjukira organizations ez'enjawulo naliko wano ne mukulu Isaac Luganda nga twogera ku, I think it was this week on Monday, nga twogera ku organizations nyingi over 14,000 eziriwo mu Uganda eziri registered nezi zitari registered, but some of them I believe cases ziri registered just oba zifunye sponsorships oba donor money ne babanga tebakola mirimu ku ground. Naye waliwo ebitongole nga bino nze byengenda okukuleeteranga okugeza nga kino kyetugenda okubanga tutambula nakyo kituwa olwaleero Nile Humanitarian Development Agency basangibwa wa Muyenga era nga senkulu wakyo bwajja. Ebitongole nga bino waliwo ebitongole ebikolera ddala emirimu nga biyambako mu communities. Naye katugwe ng'omuntu anoonya ekyokukola oba ali mu kunyigirizibwa oyinza otya kutuuka ku bitongole bino because they have helped a lot of people. Those are just a few of the things they have done byenkulazeeko, but they have so many projects. Zirina okwetaaga okwongera okumanya n'okwongera okutegeera nga bwe tulindirira. Kale nyumyamuko nange tuli lines kweziri gwe wandibadde osuubira ki nga bwe twaliza tulinde omukulu Kajjamu gwe tukakutte abikenga atutuukako. Tuli ku 0705 050 811. Bwe mbuulira kitongole ki ky'omanyi mu community yo nga kirina abantu bekiyamba, bw'oba olina ekitongole oba naawe ng'omuntu oliwaddembe okunkubira ku simu n'ongamba nti munayi nange nina ekitongole kifaananako bwe kiti ne bwe kiti nandyagadde nzijeko ku mpewo z Excel TV program Kumaliiri kanyomero kano ke tuyita volume up okutumbula eddoboozi lyaffe twongere okunyumya mukono okutegeeza abantu emirimu gy'okola. Oli mu kuyamba abantu nga Nile bwekola oba gweolina emirimu emirala gy'okola ekitongole kyonna ekyo bwannakyewa nga bwe kiri, oba weetaaga obuyambi ebbula ly'emirimu lingi oba waliwo weetaaga olina abaana beogala okusomesa kale ebitongole bino connectinze tutya ku byo kubanga school fees kafizi nkawulire ennaku zino kazito ate si kino tugenda mu biseera by'abaana mu bibuuzo kati buli ssomero we liri kati ligoba buli ssomero ligoba abaana kati omuzadde ebitongole nga bino byenkuleetera wano kuba biyambako ne muka school fees bigabayo ku bursaries z'abaana. Kati gwe nga Munnayuganda olina okufuniramu watolaba blood program ku Kumaliiri kunnyumirwa nganze Enough bannaye omwami yatudda ku TV era ayogera bulungi. Njagala obeeko by'oyifuna okuva mu programu eno at least igamba nti program ya Enough program ku Kumaliiri nafunamu kino TV yange nagiteekako Excel TV njiraba naye nenge nga Munnayuganda nga nyiddwamu mu mbeera emu oba endala. Noza tutegereka bulungi abatugoberera ku Excel TV. Bitongole bingi ebiri mu Uganda naye gwe olina kyokolagana nakyo, olina kyoyina oba olina kyokwatagana nakyo nga gwe omuntu okulabika nga mutambuza emirimu n'okufuna obuweereza obwa wansi, okufuna ebyetaagibwa basic needs, okufuna education trainings ez'enjawulo because ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency balina workshops zebakola ne trainings. Onoonyeza ku projects zaabwe zebakola wano mukulu wanaaba atuusa ajja kwongera okujja azitunnyonnyole mu bulambulukufu bwazo ne mbulambalamba naye kanzikuyisizeemuko okenzinonyeko wano then na obuntu bwange bwempandiise kulabika nga kunoonyezaamu ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency eno oyongere okutegeera nti erina ebintu bingi byekola ate Munnayuganda oleme kusubwa ebintu ebirungi. Naye nyongera okutegeeza nti amasimu gaffe magule nga bwe tulinda omukulu oliwaddemu okunkubira tugira nga tunyumyamu nga bwombuulira organization ki gy'omanyi eri mu community yo erina kyekola ne kyeyamba abantu. Kuba kati bano mubalengedde bali eyo mu Northern Kataawo Karenga eyo balina projects zebakoze mukono, balina projects zebakoze around naye gwe organizations ki gy'olaba eyeewuwo erina emirimu gyekola mu community eyeewammwe balina bye bakola oba olinayo gyomanyi yeewandiisa naye nga babe bakoma kwewandiisa mu community yo nti mulya nti wali office nzigule ya organization naye tebalina yadde ka project akatono ke bayi bakoze. Bakutegeeza wano era nyongera okutegeeza nti don't fall a victim of so many organizations that are coming up naye nga tebalina waka gubakola ku ground. Kakati olina okuba nga weebereramu era yongere okwetegereza n'okumanya biki by'olina okutunuulira nga tonnatandika kukola na organization. Bwetuuka mu kitundu kyo waliwo emirimu egiba gikoleddwa okulaga nti mutuufu these are authentic ate balina ebintu bye bakolako ku ground nga birabika. Ngezaako okuloginga in wano okulabika nga nkufunira ku projects zino ez'ekitongole zino kyezikola nga bwe tulindako mpola mpola. Kulu bw'anaaba atuuse ajja kwongera okutunnyonnyola mu bulambukufu biki projects ze balina. Kale projects ze balina ze zino wammanga njogera ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency. Olwaleero gitugenda okutambula nayo era kwe tuli ku YouTube olisobola okugendako ku Excel Media niyongera okutambula naffe naye ne lines zaffe zikyali nzigule. Nkusubiddwa abadde akuba oli waddembe okuddamu okuba n'onnyonnyola oba niyongera okutambula muko naffe. Esooka project gye balina civic engagement bakola workshops n'okuyigiriza oba ze ziyita soft skills ne bakuwa ku magezi ne tips bikibayinza okutambula nga bayita mu workshops ez'abavubuka n'abakyala n'abantu mwenna naye basinga nnyo focusinga ku bakyala n'abavubuka. Olwaleero Isa Kiralira executive director tugenda kunyumyamu kyetugambo kigambo kiyitibwa Ubuntu because the organization stands on Ubuntu so much. Ubuntu means you are or I am because we are. Ffenna wamu nze ndi kyendi olw'okuba nti ffenna weetuli. Ekyo kitegeeza I am because of who we are. I am because we are. Kale Ubuntu kyetugenda okutambulirako ayongera okukinyonnyola. Programs endala ze balinamu construction and renovation nga bwengambye enzizi boreholes bazizimba naye ate barepairinga n'okurepairinga. Muyinza okuba nga mulinamu community borehole eyakaddewa oba eyafa musobola okuba contactinga era ne bwogenda ku mutimbagano gwabwe forms zibaako nilehumanitarian.org www.nilehumanitarian.org. Balina enteekateeka ezo ze balinawo osobola okujjuza form bwe muba mulina borehole mu community neba nga bakutuukirira batuukirira kuyita mu form eyo. Waliwo form za bika bibiri, oyinza okuba nga oyagala borehole empya mu community eyo oba oyinza okuba nga erimayo enkadde. Kati zonna forms ez'enjawulo ez'ebbiri kweziri osobola okujjuzaamu ekitundu mw'obeera n'ensonga lwaki mwagala kurepairinga oba yabaaki then ne maliriza. Kati balina gye bayita construction and renovation eri ku nzizi ne boreholes okusingira ddala. Balina program endala eyitibwa education support projects. Wano bwe ngambidde nti gw'omuzadde yenna ali eyo abonaabona baana tebalina school fees, abaana tebalina bitabo, scholastic materials ez'enjawulo, ngoye, uniform okulemereddwa okugula, okusasula n'okumalayo ku ssomero. They have what they call the education support project. Now, the education support project eno bakuyambako to bridge the gap in learning by constructing schools, bazimba amasomero, providing scholarships, nga bwe ngambe, supplying essential materials like textbooks, uniforms, byonna obisanga ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency. Balina ne programs endala omuli food aid projects, bagaba obuyambi bw'emmere. Nina communities zemmanyi teziri wala ne Kampala wano, nyinza okutunulira okumpikumpi e Kasokoso, nyinza okutunulira kumpikumpi ewala, nyinza okutunulira kumpikumpi wano mu Kampala e Kasokoso, ne mu communities endala bagaba obuyambi bw'emmere. Muyinza okuba nga family oyina nnene tosobola kugiriisa. Ekyokubiri nga kasente kazibu okufuna, economy nga bwe bagambye mu session esoose nga abantu bagamba independence tebagitegedde lwakubanga obwavu bungi. Ebitongole nga bino birina okwekwatako bebe nga bikuyambako mu mbeera emu oba endala okulabika nga emmere babasaplayinga naddala mu biseera bya Ramadan, oba mu mwezi ogwo mutuufu ogwa Ramadan, mu kisibo ky'abasiraamu abo baagaba emmere okusinziira, basibulula abantu baagaba emmere nga bwe mulengerawo nti abakinjaaji baali beetala wano ne wali. ennyama nga bagigabira mu nga buli mba kuwanduuza kilo zo nga zosiimye ez'ennyama bagabira ddala emmere naye tebagigaba mu Ramadani wokka oba olinamu obuzibuzibu wakati mulya waliwo families ng'okufuna ekyemisana oba ekyeggulo mutuufu nga guba mukisa balabira ddala nga kyamagero kale abantu bwe batyo mulina okundwa nga mutunoonyaako fira tupiisa okunkubirako ku ssimu bw'oba ofunye omukisa ogutwala waka Excel TV genda kuba tuconnectinga ku bantu bano ate mufune obuyambi bw'emmere mu mbeera yonna balina gye bayita health and medical outreaches bayambako nga bagambye bazimba amalwaliro n'okumakinga sure nti eddagala mweri mu malwaliro agamu bakola health camps ez'enjawulo ne outreaches ez'enjawulo livelihood and empowerment nzogeddeko skilling projects then the wash project y'amazzi ne hygiene n'ebisigadde olina okubanga obagoberera mpola mpola nga kuwumulamuko katono wenaakomera nkakasi omukulu ajja kuba akomyewo twongere okunyumyamu n'okututegeeza ebikwata ennyo ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency abasangibwa awe Muyenga Kuzimwe Road katuva ku Excel TV Kumaliiri kampumulemuko katono producer bwe tunaba tukomyewo ndowooza n'omukulu ajja bba atuuse ate atunnyonnyole ebikwata ku Nile Humanitarian Development Agency
bifo n'ebitundu ebisoba mu 6
Ibrahim ennyama eno egabwa mu mizikiti amalwaliro amasomero amakomera n'abantu ssekinnoomu abasiraamu n'ab'enzikiriza endala nga ssentebe w'ekibiina kino bw'alambulula
Allahu akbar Allahu akbar Allahu akbar la ilaha illa Allahu akbar nyagala kwebaza abasiraamu bonna kubakurisa Idi enungi olunaku luno turujaguza nga tuwa ekitiibwa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala okubanga bwe yagamba Ibrahim ati nyagala ompa omwana wo Ibrahim tiyaddamu n'amumuwa na Isaac n'akkiriza omukkiriza okwo kwe lunaku lutujaguza olwaleero lulaga obugumisiriza okw'ekitiibwa kw'oyo owatwangaaza ate abasupportinga Nile Humanitarian Development Agency mwena tubaagala nnyo ate tubasaba Katonda bw'ebirungi ku lunaku luno abasiraamu muleke twebaze mukulembeze waffe Yoweri Kaguta Museveni tumusabire buli lunaku abasiraamu olwaleero amavivi mugateeke wansi mumusabire emirembe yaleese mu ggwanga eddembe lyawadde abanakyewa kukola emirimu yaabwe bwe bagikolera mu mateeka g'eggwanga
Idi eno ye Idi enkulu Idi ey'okusala ebisolo abakkiriza mwe basaddaakira ente embuzi endiga eŋŋamiya nga bajjukira jjajja w'abakkiriza Nabbi Ibrahim bwe yagenda okusala omwana we Isimayira kyokka Mukama Katonda n'amuwaamu endiga kino era kigobererwa baganda baffe Abayudaaya ne baganda baffe abagoberezi ba Kristo naffe abasiraamu ne Babahayi n'abo bonna abakkiririza mu Katonda omulamu so mu kino twebaza nnyo bannaffe aba Nile Humanitarian Development Agency olw'okutuwa ente ezisoma mu 2,000 ezigabiddwa mu bifo n'ebitundu ebisoba mu 62 omuli ewaffe e Butambala omuli wano mu Kampala n'emiriraano
kisa omulungi ennaku tusala ebisolo ennaku 4 olwaleero olusooka olwa Idi ne twongeramu n'ennaku 3 n'olwekyo omuntu yenna alina obusobozi sala osobola okubeera nga weefunira ku mpeera zino empitirivu ekitubeeza n'okusala ebisolo bino Allah yatuterawo okusala.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel for achieving the United Nations set target for safe water coverage in Uganda by 2030. This follows the country's national water coverage, now at 70%. The water coverage in some of the rural areas rotates around 68%, an indication for some improvement, while commissioning 13 boreholes drilled this year by the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency in collaboration with the Time to Help Netherlands in Mukono district. The project coordinator Fatma Oz called on the community to utilize and safeguard the boreholes for their own benefit.
We have one goal. It's all about humanity. And we know, as no one's on the others, how important water is. That's the basic. And we are really happy that we are staying here together for this beautiful ceremony. from Sidakabla.
The Executive Director, Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, Issa Kirarira, hailed government for providing a conducive environment that favors non-government organizations in implementing programs to meet people's needs.
So we always do our programs in line with the government, and I want you to join me in thanking His Excellency the President of Uganda for being available in protecting the interests of the needy, and also encouraging the non-governmental organizations which are within the thickets of the law to continue serving people.
Residents of Mukono hailed Nile Humanitarian Development Agency for their generous contribution towards mankind.
We are here, the Alphatic Education and Orphanage Center community, thanking Time to Herevu for the empowerment and whatever assistance they offered us, including water. They have offered us boreholes. They have offered us dormitories to accommodate our children. They have offered us laboratories and some staff quarters and kitchen and so many other things that they bring us on other timely basis, like feedings and any other recruitment to the children.
Latter Time to Help Netherlands handed over food items including sugar, rice, posho, among others, to the residents of Lutengo in Mukono district. The Executive Director, Nile Humanitarian Agency, said it's their social corporate responsibility to feed the underprivileged during the month of Ramadan.
Let us learn how to live in harmony with one another, to share. Ramadan is a month of forgiving, sharing, being available for one another, for reflecting, to correct the mistakes that you have done. It is a reminder to renew your life. So with these celebrations of Iftar, we are going to interface with this evening, and with these packs from the Dutch people, Time to Help Netherlands. Really, we appreciate it with one heart.
Karenga is a non-raiding district within Karamoja sub-region and a victim of raids by the G of Kotido and Dodoth from Kabong. Most of the people are farmers due to the good fertile soils, but many fail to have good harvest due to wild animal destruction and climate change. According to the LC3 chairperson for Kapedo Town Council, Ben Angelo Lokiria, the hunger situation is now at over 75%.
All people were affected. But for now, I am rating at 75% because it was almost 95%. But since now, the little that is being invested, it has reduced a bit.
You know, people here, they dig earlier, so but there's the little seeds that they had. They have already dug, but the army destroyed the first dig.
People in Kapedo sub-county decry wild animals which are destroying their gardens, which has resulted in poor harvests.
Crops. Someone goes to the garden knowing that he's going to harvest something. Finally, he finds out that the crops were all destroyed by animals. How I wish government could intervene also on the animal problems so that my people survive on farming. And basically,
They again say, we shall talk to people in Kampala, to the parliament. Up to when? Eh? And even people have neglected going to their farms there. They say, let the animals. Now, if the animal gets you there and it maybe kills you, these people of Hua, they come and they do what? They deceive you by giving you maybe one, you're dead, but they give your children one sack of maybe and beans, just little. Then that's enough. But if you kill the animal, you're taken to court, prison.
Healed properly because of some heavy rains and those other things. And mostly like those ones, like fertile areas, you get those animals, these animal problems. It just completed. People have the problem with animals.
During the meeting, where Prime Minister Nabanja met political, technical and security leaders in Moroto district, the Minister for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Tom Botime, explained how the human-wildlife conflict is going to be solved soon.
On the 5th of August last month, that's when the regulations appeared in the Uganda Gazette. What is in the regulation? Anybody who has a garden, who has a house, who has a home, who has property, if wildlife encroaches and destroys your garden, your house, your property, and of course, unfortunately, life, the law now is in place. There will be compensation. You can report, and the committee will go and verify how much damage was done by the wildlife.
Residents allege that government relief benefits few people, with most of the food being stolen from stores.
They sell some.
Who sells?
You see ones and the sheep and the parry sheep.
Yeah, because you brought today. It takes
And as we speak, we are seated with the chairman, the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency. Initially, I thought he was the executive director, as they used to say. I actually thought he was, because that's what I knew those days. Now the ranks have increased to the chairperson, and he is Mr. Isa Chirarira. Lugando manyimuko oba ogere ku Luzungu. Tewali buzibu buza kubatwala ku Kumaliiri obwedda bakulindiridde dda.
Abatulaba njagala kubeetondera mu nsonyiwe okujja mu program late. Next time tujja kukikola. Ate nyitondera namwe abamposti who are my host today, namwe mu nsonyiwe naye tujja kugezako tuimprovinge tambuze program nungi because program ni nungi.
Yes, I've been informing them that is jam. We end up calling send camera. We've been informing them to jam kakute. But first, we are telling me you're the chairperson. Okay, please first brief us about all the ranks in Nile Humanitarian so that we can know the exact person. These people want to know omuntu gobanira iwano nabasuubiza dda nti olina ebintu bingi byemukola bimuyamba abantu, so they want to know the exact person gwe batudde naye gwe balabako wano mu studios. Yes.
Amanya gange nze Isa Chirarira, ate nze nkola nga chairman of the board Nile Humanitarian Development Agency.
Okay, so we are seated with the big man from the Nile Humanitarian Development Agency. So briefly, Nile Humanitarian etambulira nnyo ku Ubuntu, and when I visited your offices in Mienga, I think it was Ramadan time, you used to talk about so much of Ubuntu. We want to start there. What does Ubuntu mean? And why of all things Ubuntu? What exactly do you want to bring out when you incline the organization on the word Ubuntu?
To our viewers and of course you, the host again, Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, we are struggling with three challenges. The challenge of poverty, the challenge of conflict, and the challenge of ignorance.
Poverty, conflict, ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. Under the engagement, civic engagement project. When we are talking about ignorance, the remedy is education. When you are dealing with a person who has gone to school, you relax.
Okay.
Because you know things will be much easier, and you move on. So ignorance really is very dangerous, and that's why we chose to be part of the progressive team on the universe to fight ignorance. Then comes poverty, where we also encourage people to work together, love one another, depend on one another, learn how to have that long arm of giving. That's where we come in and we say, no, we should also give people startup capital. We are talking about seeds, goats, chicken, and other things that come within the line of eliminating poverty. And when it comes to conflict, we are more into interfaith. When people with different faiths don't come together, a problem may come up. So as for us, like I have told you, that we are concentrating more on interfaith. We encourage people to identify themselves as human beings for their differences. And our major theme also is to put a seat in your heart for everyone. So the remedy for conflict is interfaith, intercultural dialogue, where we all encourage one another to live in harmony with one another.
During Ramadan, I want to talk about Ramadan because I was able to attend 2 gatherings at your offices in Mienga. And one of the things I saw, or I observed as a journalist, was all people think Ramadan is for only Muslims. And I would expect to meet a congregation of only Muslims at your office. But I saw different people from different regions sitting together, having dinner together, having conversations together. What in the organization were you trying to promote or to do? Because bringing people together, especially different religions, in Ramadan.
Of course, that one falls under civic engagement program. I want to answer you with a question.
Yes, sir.
And next time, when we have the time, we expand on that. Why do you think God created human beings different colors?
The question, dear viewers, this is not my question. This is our question. Mr. Chair is asking, why do you think God created
the human beings in different colors? Why?
We have whites, we have the tall ones, we have the short ones, we are of different races.
Of course, to me, his major aim was to celebrate our differences and concentrate on commonality. And that is it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's why we also encourage people to work together. At the beginning, I told you, let us identify ourselves as human beings. You can imagine you, young man, if you identified yourself as a human being before your tribe, before your faith, before whatever. That one is very, very vital in making sure that we all live in harmony with one another.
Okay.
So our audience, during Ramadan, we don't only host Muslims. We are using the model of Islam to send a message that we all need to live in harmony with one another. We need to work together as children of God. It is your region, it is my region. It is your tribe, it is my tribe. And all those comes from the Almighty God who created earth and heaven. So let us learn how to present the Almighty God on earth with love, passion, by not only considering ourselves, but by inviting every human race to come and celebrate with us when we are doing many things.
Okay, I am informed that we're going to do a little bit of, dear viewers, today we're going to do a little bit of extension and give you an extra of Mr. Chairperson. We usually stop at 9 a.m., but the administration has agreed and the producer said we're going up to 10 a.m. So giving more time to people to understand what Nile Humanitarian Development Agency really means, because we've had the chance to have the chairperson board of directors, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, so we cannot just give you 20 minutes. Now, we want now to understand that they've given us the time, understand more of what inner things are in Nile Humanitarian. I was looking at your programs. You have the education projects, you have the community engagement and civic engagements, you have so many programs. So RDFers would want to understand how do these programs work. But first, I want to get back to Ubuntu. Because Ubuntu, there is a statement I liked a lot, I am because we are.
Got it right, and that is all.
Yes,
that is Ubuntu.
That is Ubuntu.
Yeah,
I am because we are.
Yeah.
If we are not, so it means if we are not coming together as a group, then me as an individual, I have no purpose.
How can, definitely you have no purpose. That's why God created all of us in different colors, tribes. Then he went an extra to create even animals. We are all living together. Yeah, we depend on one another. So the program of Ubuntu, for sure, I want to thank people who discovered that what we are already practicing is Ubuntu. And I think, I want to think aloud that could this be divinely guided? Because when you are in South Africa, West Africa, in other countries, the word Ubuntu is there. So I believe a human being was born as, with all the characters of Ubuntu, but along the way the environment tends to divert him. Look at that kid, not smiling. Look at the neighbors, they are going, they play together. They don't know that they are Wazungu, they don't know that they are Jews, they don't know that they are Arabs, they don't know that they are Turks, they don't know that they are Christians. Okay. And them all enjoying and living in harmony with one another. But along the way we are the poor ones that because the environment seems to be polluted by people who are advancing their personal interests. But to me, most of the people are born with that character of Ubuntu. Bishop Desmond Tutu, who was alive, he would be excited explaining that the more, but of course he has explained it through his works, through his books, through his messages. We have seen people from West Africa, Mandela practicing that, and the person who is practicing that is our president, His Excellency Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, and many other people. The moment we go into practicing Ubuntu, we restrict ourselves from giving in, consuming people who are trying to advance their personal interest and remain glued to that, we will get there. And of course that one will be guided by eliminating ignorance. Because the moment you have gone to school, the moment you go out to research, the moment you study, there is no way you will become an enemy of humanity. And that is Ubuntu.
Okay, we want now to look at first the criteria. Let's start with eliminating ignorance. What exactly is the organization doing, and how do you reach out to communities for sensitization, or which criteria do you use to reach the communities? Because I have people here who want to come in and ask, because initially ngatonda tu kambadde mbayitira mukwera tumanyi n'okufuna ku masimu wano ne batunyonnyola ku biki bye baagala, naye amasimu gefunyeeko earlier on abantu balaga nti bakyali mu bwavu. Nabadde mbabuuza independence yabwe yabadde etya, naye amasimu ge nasinza okufuna bagamba abantu bakyali mu bwavu, era ne basuubiza nti ne bategeera nti emitima gyabwe gibeere wamu, because naye humanitarian weeri okubayamba n'okugezako okubajja mu bwavu. And because one of the things that you do is trying to eliminate poverty, right? So people would want to understand criteria as an organization that support people, elevate them from poverty and ignorance.
Of course, like an organization, we have a system. And the system is when we advertise, or when you have a need and you know what you are doing, you come in and apply.
Yes.
You apply, you tell us you have got orphans there, and the orphans want to be taken care of. Vulnerable children, they want to be taken care of. You want to see the startup capital in the form of goats, chicken, we are available. You want water in your area, we will come and access, and we see how best we can do it. And there you have your borehole. There are many other programs that we do when you come and visit us. Because of time we may not share with them here. You come and we discuss. And of course all this sends a message of Ubuntu. You can imagine somebody does not know you. He is there in America from Embrace to live. He lives in UK, from time to UK, time to Netherlands, Norway, Australia. They don't know you, they have never heard about you, but they are saying, can't we share the little we have with the people of Uganda, those children who need our support, so that they come out of ignorance, those people who want to eliminate the poverty so that they also live
reasonable, good life. And so those are some of the things we do. You need to approach us, and when you approach us honestly, we will do what we can within our means.
Okay, so how do people reach out to you now? Mulina forms, is it online? Do they come to offices? Take us through the criteria and the system of, especially the application. Number one, I would want us to help so much. Omuntu wa wansi, I am sure Mr. Chair, you know omuntu wa wansi.
Very much.
Mutegera bulungi. Omuntu oyo ali struggling with school fees. We are approaching the examination period, and I do trainings in schools, and I was telling them now every school wants school fees, so they are sending their children back to school, back home. So in education, do you pay for them school fees? You have scholarships? How do you support? Let's start with education.
Definitely we pay school fees, but when I say we pay school fees, the other time when we announced it in one function, the next day we got over 50 applications in one day.
Sorry.
Yeah, the queue is very long, because we may tell you we are going to we do these things, but when you apply to us and we don't act immediately, don't think you are ignored you. It's because there are people who came before you, and there are people who are more needed than you are needed, because we access. We have community connectors who go out there and find out areas where we need to intervene, and the people who really need our attention, and then we also contact our donors, and from there we come and implement.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not like you come in our office today, tomorrow, and then you expect us to work on you and help you. Yeah, those are the procedures we go through. You apply and then we move with you.
So where are the forms for application?
You just apply.
Online.
You write to us.
You write
to us, send it on our website, send it on our email, bring it to our office, and then we move with you. When you qualify, we move with you.
So there is a system, as you said, there is a system of people who go do the screening, the understanding that this person who has applied is more needed than the other.
Exactly, because you are going to find many people out there who will come and apply if they have the capacity to pay school fees. But then there is that child from deep in the villages of Karamoja, of Soroti, of Kawale, who cannot even afford to buy soap, and he wants the child to go to school. And of course, that's why I want also to throw a great stamp up to His Excellency, the President of Uganda, when NM came in place. It introduced universal primary education, universal secondary education, and many people have really benefited from that. You can imagine that child from those areas, what could have happened if the universal primary education was not there. So we also enhance. We don't do it all. We try to do what we can, and out there God always opens opportunities for those people we are working with, and of course our funders coming also.
Okay, I saw in I was trying to say you work with close to 32 schools or beyond that give where you take your children, or do you have specific schools? Let me bring it this way.
No, we don't have specific schools. You apply where you are, we come in, and that is all. We don't have specific schools. Where you are, and you apply and you qualify, that's where you are paid.
Okay, noza mutegedde bulungi chair. Omwana wo wasomera is where you apply.
You apply from
there, or you include the name of that school where your child is in your application form. So I'm sure they will do the benchmarking and understand that it is true what you're saying. There are these
my humanitarian development agency is not a big organization to that level the way you think. It's because the few we do them very well. So kati oyinza okugamba ba applying esanga Uganda ne applying ate nga tuyinza kubayamba bonna. So gwe bo applying nga tukuyamba. Let's pray for one another. You pray for our organization so that God blesses it and it gets many funders and we move with you.
Okay, so the chair has said it is not a big organization. So, but it doesn't stop them from applying.
Definitely.
There are those who are needy.
There are those who are needy whom we cannot reach. And when they apply and we find out from our community connectors that really these are genuine people, we move forward.
Okay, so we'll be giving you the website. I had earlier only given you the website, but we'll give you more of contacts on how you can reach out to Nile Humanitarian Development Agency. But for now, here, the Mugabe Mmere. Mukyagabe mmere wemmere mugigawa mu kisiibo wokka.
Emmere tugigaba omuntu bw'asaba tumuwa emmere bw'eba gy'eri tumanyi wotukujja kusaba emmere biyali togirina ate bw'eba tulinamu ssente oba tulinamu emmere bwaki tukuwa mmeka tuwa abantu emmere.
Okay, so Teddy Kontikati is only Ramadan because
it is not only Ramadan, it is not only Christmas, not only Easter holidays, but we give food from January to January when it is available, and depending on the demand and depending on how our donors respond.
Okay, I want to understand supporting or helping their viewers out there. How do you gauge these communities, or how do you find these communities where you operate from? I mean, everywhere there are needy people, but these communities I've seen you and humanitarian work like Mukono, like Karamoja, I see Karenga there, I see some areas. How do you come up to consolidate yourselves and say, we are working or going to this place?
You know, some NGOs tend to work in one particular place and they forget that other organizations, other places also need the attention of the donors. So like I did share with you, our team of community connectors, they are very vigilant and they are very good at identifying the people who are really needed. So we send them out in the field.
Okay.
And when we send them, we depend on them. And it's on that note that we choose whom to help when funds are available. Yeah, so to our viewers, we are willing to work with everyone within our means. Ate tukanga tulimo kuwandikira n'otugamba okubanga tukugambye nga organization yatuyamba buli muntu yenna buli Uganda yenna. Tutuyambako ku programs za government wekoma naffe wetutandikira. So we are enhanced on the government programs. The NGOs are there to support government programs.
That's very true. That's very true. Our phone lines are open. Nzo kubanga ina ekibuzo kyesikubuliza ku ruwo gwatugobera program Kumaliiri kuba nakugambye, remember tukyusa bulamu, and why we bring these organizations to your faces or to your screens is because we want you to at least obeko kyofunamu tokoma bukabikola program nti buli kumachonyumirwa program yange nedda jagala nawe wuvira nti woba otambula manyi nti program ya Enos kuba program ya Excel TV kino kyenageringamu oba nayambibwa mu ngeri emu oba endala. Kale kyeyanga betulinda ku masimu mulina office emu yokka mu Uganda manyimu eyemuyenga oba mulina other different locations where you are. That's how we get to these communities.
We really depend more so on our community connectors. Naye offices of ziri Rubowa, yeah, Jinja tunayo office.
Jinja Rubowa.
Nawala tunaba community connectors abatuyambako.
Okay, so you have some different branches around Uganda. Now, about how does someone one of the things that I have heard from our viewers here is unemployment, and we all know that, I am sure, Chair, you know that the biggest percentage we have here in Uganda are the young people, the youth. What is Nile Humanitarian Development doing to reduce unemployment, or what skills do you give, or what programs do you have for young people that try to curb unemployment and give them something to earn a living?
I think next time I should bring an expert from our office to talk more about poverty, how we can eliminate poverty.
Okay.
And of course, when you empower these people, like I did tell you earlier, give them chicken, goats, seeds for planting. We are already trying to help them. And announcing on the government program, the special development model and other programs which eliminate poverty. But more so, we are also taking care of the girl child. We have a skilling center for girls. The course goes in for 3 months to get certificates and get startup capital. When you give somebody a full-fledged sewing machine after he has completed, is that not great?
That's great.
Yeah, so Najo is it
Skilling center.
Entebbe Road, yeah, it's called, Entebbe Road.
So you skill these girls for 3 months, then the mother is about startup capital.
When the startup capital I'm talking about, we give them equipment, sewing machine.
Okay.
Yeah. And but these guys also, we make sure we know they are very vulnerable, so we take care of the breakfast and they only take care of the accommodation.
Okay.
Yeah, so if they can, let them come and register. So long as you know you can afford to be in Kajansi on time, and by after lunch you go back home.
Okay. So they come train. It is a midday program from morning up to around 1, about lunchtime. Okay. About 1 and about to go to Excel.
And it goes on from Monday to Monday apart from weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, it is within the working calendar of the government.
It is ongoing January to January.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Kubanga oli mwana wa buwala nozo kumukisa nabu kutegedde, just registering and making sure you're able. You don't provide transport to the venue.
We don't provide transport.
So you only provide breakfast and the skills. Okay, and later you give them. You don't pay anything.
We don't pay anything else. All is paid by our donors, of course, through humanitarian donor agencies.
Okay, kasita ngo osobola okutuuka Kajjansi oli mwana wa buwala, they train in tailoring only? Tailoring. Kale. Yiga okukyalaani, yiga okutunga engoye. Skills zino oyinza okubanga abangi bazicharginga ssente nnyingi okuyigiriza. But for the 3 months, ne humanitarian development agency egambe genda osome kuweerere. Kasobanga osobola okweteekamu transport n'otuuka ogenda osomera ne bw'onomaliriza bagenda kuwa ekyalaani. Ekyalaani ekya ssente entono kiri mu mitwalo mmeka? Just to okusiga ekifaananyi for this person, because there are those ones for 1.2, 1.5, 800. Ate bakuwa ekyalaani kya mitwalo 8 katugeze. Omuntu aba akuwadde capital okutandika. Ateeka wali kaduukako ate n'okukako kwako byokola ebyenjawulo. Kale. Thank you so much, Chair, for being with us. First thing we know, she was a chair. And
then you talked about whether we feed people from January to
feeding.
Yeah, feeding. In these big festivals, for example, like Eid, we celebrate the beauty of Eid by sharing with Ugandans, without looking at your religion, but are you a human being and living in Uganda, and can we reach you? Then we share, because we slaughter many cows, in remembrance of Abraham, when he was encouraged his son Isaac to be sacrificed, and in the process the Almighty God brought him a sheep. Yeah, we do most of, we feed people. We don't segregate. We only use the model, the beauty of Islam, work with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and those are nature millions from Chitegede. But they said, one thing I have learned from Share is, if you have anything that you want to get from this organization, it is not a big organization, but it could be big, depending on how people see it.
Yeah, people say it is a big organization. We are just a humble organization. It is a very level that is on the ground. We're doing all things right for the benefit of the people, for the benefit of what to the people whom these goods are intended to. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how you look at the organization, whether you see it as a big or as humble as the chairperson board has said here. Please apply for anything. Now, tumaliriza. How do they apply? Now we can give them. I have given you the website www.nilehumanitarian.org. I'm sure that's the right website.
Exactly. Where you will find even the email and put up the.
So when you log in there, if you try to look at those programs, you go to website bulungi. Ogenda kulaba forms ezenjawulo. If you want a borehole in your community, there is a new form for a borehole. If you want repair, I have seen all those things and I'm trying to explain to them. We will be keeping in touch with a team from Nile Humanitarian. If you have any questions, if you have any queries, if you have anything, and definitely if you want to gain anything from them, tugenda kuba tubatukirira ekyobokola tutukirire kya waliyo akatalekeka ketulina akatalekeka ndowooza kategeera bulungi. Any other thing, important thing that we have forgotten that you should have talked about Nile Humanitarian for our dear viewers?
My fellow Ugandans, let us support each other, let us work with one another to make Uganda a better place. We are lucky we are under a system NRM which encourages us to work, which tells us to not to be lazy, which tells us to work together, be patient and tolerant. So when we do all that, I'm telling you, we will get there. And of course, at Nile Humanitarian, we appreciate the government of Uganda for creating a very good environment where NGOs can also participate in issues that affect us every day. Yeah, the role of NGOs, of course, the major one which people may not understand, but of course the NGOs understand that, is enhancing government programs. So, at Nile Humanitarian Development Agency, under civic engagement project, we encourage everyone, wherever he is, whatever he is doing, also participate in serving his country, serving people with humility, not looking at him as a person from another faith, another religion. And this one we encourage other people to join us. When we work together based on quality, on good character, on somebody's skill, there we will get there. And we will also encourage others to believe, and there we move and we continue making our country a great Uganda. And you called me at the right time, but also you never prepared me for this. Today is Friday when the faithful ones are going for the Juma prayers.
Yes.
I also want to wish them a happy Juma. And I want them to continue praying so hard so that Ugandans will develop a culture of patriotism. Independence was yesterday. Are we independent? Somebody was asking me, and we had an argument at home. I told them we are very much independent. We are very much independent. That's why we are still celebrating independence. But other people think we are not independent because of history or because of some other ideas which we cannot explain now. But Ugandans, we are independent. And the moment we become patriotic, everything will move on very well. Why are we independent? We are governing ourselves very well. We are not consulting the international world to choose leaders for us. We are not consulting the outside world to advise us how to run our NGOs. But on friendly level, we ask them, can we do things together? Because this is a global, we are now living in a global village.
Yes.
So we are independent. Even if you borrow an idea, you ask a grant from the outside world, it doesn't mean you are not independent. Because you are the one who manages it within your constitution of your organization. So to our brothers, let us respect all good that comes with independence, and I want to wish His Excellency the President and his cabinet and all Ugandans a happy independence again.
Okay, thank you so much, Chair. Maybe lastly, someone has asked here, does Nile Humanitarian give jobs to the young people? Mulina Yemirim is what they asked.
Jobs are there. so long as you profile. But they are not always open. When a job becomes vacant, people apply, they go through the system, and they are given an opportunity to work with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So jobs are available, but the only trick is it is only when they are open, so you apply.
Definitely.
So definitely, if you want to visit Nile Humanitarian, please help us give the direct directions of office, the Mienga and any other offices around where people can visit you.
Yeah, in Iloa you can go on Vanessa apartment, above Quality Supermarket, and in Mienga on Zimmer Road, 4345 as you go towards Sub Church. We will welcome you.
Okay.
And come and join our Ubuntu program, where we discuss Ubuntu. Every month we have 2 programs. You have attended one?
Yes, I have attended.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you are a very good student. But even I no longer remember you, but for you remembered us and you say, no, these people are doing something good for the nation, for the people of Uganda. Let me call them and also share with our audience.
Okay. So the Ubuntu programs are ongoing, and twice a month, as Chair has just put it. Contacts are there on their website. Just feel at place to go and visit their website. I repeat once again, www.nilehumanitarian.org. It's got David na what go with Natula. Oja befuna ku page you ne contacts with it. I'm sure they pick the calls when you call. But if you can visit their offices physically, the offices are usually open.
They are open. Yes. They are open. They are always open.
Weekdays, Monday to Friday. Don't come on a Sunday, and Saturday to Jana would be Juma Friday. Kale, sibula abatula bacheya tulabikenga tuva ku mpewo.
I want to apologize that I came in late again, but through the audience demand my coming here again, and we share and give me topics to discuss. Not only in Ubuntu, not only in NGO, but anything that you think I can talk about and learn from you. And I want to invite you to join our Ubuntu program, so that once in a while we meet and discuss how we can really create a world, a better place for all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, we remove those sectarian tendencies. We look at a human being who is quality in what he's doing, and then we move forward and educate those ones who may be lacking. If you find a weakness in us, come and educate us. Let's promote love, passion, and become great and good citizens by serving humanity without expecting anything else.
Okay.
But only to please the Almighty God who created you and me who created heaven and earth.
Okay. Kale, sigenda kusukawo ku bigambo bya chairperson board of directors Nile Humanitarian Development Agency Mwami Isa Chiralira gutubadde naye olwaleero. If you have learned anything from him, baba kuzemu bulungi, please go follow up and have this job spread, mufune emirimu, mufune skills, at Ubuntu classes and sessions also. Those interactions and sessions always happen twice a month. I'll be keeping you posted on when they happen, on which days, so that you can be able to get in and learn a few, 1 or 2 things. I'm telling you, as a person who went there, if you go in there, you'll have a kind of experience. Mugenda kulya balya ne banywa ne basanyuka naye ne bayiga, right? Kale tugenda koma wano lwaleero, mbadde Enoch Mutungi ku program Kumaliiri. Tugenda kwatagana olunaku lwa Monday. Magaliza weekend esinga obulungi. Mukama Katonda abeere nammwe. Mweraba.
XLTV tukyusa bulamu. Tosubwa ku Excel TV.
Hello, our lovely viewers. Are you a youth out there searching for a show that has the Christian vibe? Generation Awaken is the show that you have been waiting for. Every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 with me, Shaman Kerry and
Katenda Harrington, bring you the diverse discussions, the topics that you'd want to actually engage into, bring you the things you'd want to bond into, to talk about the different things that youth go out of your spaces out there in society.
And besides that, we shall be having birthday parties. So you're out there, you want to engage in something, please just tune in. We shall have your birthday ready to you. And besides birthday, we have
the movie trailers. You want to know actually the trending movies. You want to know what is going out in the movie world. You want to know actually what is happening in theaters. This is the show for you, and you actually just need to tune in on
Excel TV every Saturday. Just make it a point. We shall be here, and may the Lord bless you. See you there.
My name is Bubu. I'm the CEO of Pelu Stores at Junction Mall Treka. We deal in laptop bags, travel bags, sleigh bags, school bags, and all these bags, suitcases. So if you're looking at any type of a bag that you'd like to go and have your time or pack your things very well, comfortably, go on a journey or send your kids to school, I am here to give you those nice bags. So come through today at Junction Mall Chureka, shop number D40, and I'll be able to have you guys. And of course, I am on social media at Pelu Stores on TikTok and Eti Bubu on all other platforms. You can reach me out on 0703 6156 and 58. Thank you.
Tosubwa ku Excel TV.
Mukama fevazibwe banyabo ne basebo mwenna abalabi ba Excel TV. Amanya gange nze Musumba David Gobi okuva mu kanisa ya Kireka Miracle Center. Okuyita ku mpewo za Excel TV omukutu gw'abanaggwano tubatuusako program omukkiriza awamu n'omusumba we. Eyo program eno ebeerawo okuva ku nnaku olw'Emmande okutuusa ku nnaku olw'Okutaano. Okuva ku ssaawa 10 okutuusa ku ssaawa 11 ez'akawungeezi. Tugenda kubaleetera abasumba ab'enjawulo abawangudde mu nsi muno. Abalina bayiseemu, abalina obujulizi. Beerako obulamu bwo bugenda kuzimbibwa era tojja kusigala nate kyekimu. Mukama abawe omukisa.
Bannaggwano. Mukama agulumizibwe, Mukama asinzibwe olw'obulamu bw'atuwadde ffe abakyali abalamu. Mwenna abakosefu tubasabira Katonda omulungi abakolera ebyekisa okuyita maanyi gagawonya era agasumulula. Mikwano gyaffe mwenna abaviiriddwako ab'emikwano enganda zammwe abantu bammwe mwe tubasaasidde mbigamba mu kitalo ekikulu mu kiseera nga kino si kyakubuuza Katonda bibuuzo bingi neera munda muffe tufunemu omwagaanya tumwebaze tumusinze era tumugulumize kubanga ye ajjudde ekisa n'okusaasira ate era aba mulungi ebiseera byonna. Happy Independence newankubadde nti essaawa ziyiseeko neera tetulema ku bakulisa era netubaagaliza omwaka gwe tutandise mu meenunula mu meefuga ogujja era gwe tuyingiddemu. Kambasabe tusabe nga tuteeka puroguramu yaffe eno mu mikono gya Katonda ate era n'omwaka ogw'enkaaga si mwena mwetaano tuguteeke mu maaso ga Mukama. Katonda omulungi tukwebaza tukusinza tugulumiza kubanga osaanidde tukwebaza kubanga gwe Uganda nsi yo era bulijjo twogera ne tulangirira n'obuvumu nga tetusitiisibwatiisibwa ate era nga tetuswazibwa gamba nti Uganda ggwanga erina Katonda waalyo era yeggwe omutonzi w'eggulu n'ensi. Mukama tukwebaza olwa buli kinoomu ali ku puroguramu eno tukwebaza olwa families zaabwe olw'abantu muwabateeka communities tribes ge mawanga muwatusimba ate era ne nation ng'ensi yaffe tukwebaza olw'okulembeza okuva waggulu paka kwero sezi tutwala ku byalo bawo omukisa buli munnayuganda omuwa omukisa mu linnya Yesu Kristo Omwana wa Katonda tusabye n'okwebaza amiina. Bassebo ne bannyabo nyongera okubayozaayoza okuva mu mwaka ate gwe tukubye mabega nga bwe tugenda nga kalenda bwegamba toyinza nno kukikkiriza nti eggwanga Uganda lyeyongedde okukula era lyeyongedde okugenda mu maaso. Nina enjogera egamba nti buli muntu ateekwa okubanga ali mu lugendo ateekwa everyone is taking on a journey. Nja kugamba nti yimaawo wooli naye okuyima wooli sikugamba nti teekawo ennyumba nkugamba bugambi nti yimaawo wooli otunule mu maaso oba otunulire ebikwetoolodde. Tewali kuffe nga wooli baakuteeka mu nkokoto ntosobola kuvaawo kati ekimu ku bibiri odda mabega oba odda mu maaso. Awo we tutandikira mu mwaka gwe tuyingiddemu ogwa independence. Leero nno abalala nga mujaguza naffe tubadde wano n'abavubuka Mukama baatuwadde betubadde nabo era nammwe abazadde abasobodde okusumulula abaana bammwe si kusumulula okuganya abaana bammwe okubeerawo. Njagala ntwala mukisa guno okubeebaza. Tubadde n'ekiseera ekirungi babadde bampisa ddala era ne tugabana Katonda byatutadde ku mutima abasobodde okubuuza ebibuuzo ne babibuuza bwete ne tufundikira n'ekyokulya. Mwebale nnyo nammwe abavubuka ababaddewo njagala ntwala omukisa guno okubeddera ku ntobo y'omutima gwange okubeebaza kubanga kino nze mbadde nkisegekedde okumala omwaka mulamba gy'emyezi 12. So bwe ndaba nga Mukama akintuusizzaako ne tukiyitamu toyinza gamba nti sisobola kwebaza Katonda. Era nze omugugu ogwange ebikwatagana n'abavubuka ngwetikkudde manyi nti 2025 Katonda kye yantuma gye bali nkibawadde. Kati nnindiridde ate ebirala bwe ntyo maleko omwaka gwange. So ekyo kyekyo bassebo ne bannyabo puroguramu okuyimusa bannaggwano tusinziira bano ku Excel TV eddoboozi ly'abannaggwano nga abatu nati asaba tukyaza wabula ekibanja kwe tuli kyekya Miracle Center kireka beesi y'abannaggwano. Ffe tukkiriza nti ekkanisa si kifo ky'abanoonyi ba bubudamu. Church is not a refugee camp. No. Because a refugee camp is a putting together of people that are running away from terror, from they run for their lives. But the camp never been their inheritance, neither a place of training and raising. The church is different. The kanisa ya njawulo. Yesu Kristo kyekiddukiro kyaffe. Jesus is our refugee. Church is a training base. Kanisa erina kubeera tendekero ly'abantu. Abalwadde bajja nga Yesu abaleese n'abatuwa n'asalawo tubatendeke nga bwe yatuwa ebiragiro. Era omuntu yenna bw'abeera mu ssinzizo n'oba nga bw'ayingira ng'olina olugambo ng'olina okwemulugunya nga gozze kufa n'omalamu omwaka mulamba ng'ebyo okyabirina omanya nti mu butuufu bwennyini eyo kampu teribangako tendekero. Ettendekero liba n'omukulembeze gwe twandiyise nti omutendesi ali asookerwako naye era nga byatendeka byali byatendeka byali. Lwaki? Kubanga atendeka bantu. Ekisooka kulwanirira bantu n'ebintu byabwe, sovereignty ebyabwe. Kati ffe bw'okiddiza mu Bayibuli tuliwo kutendeka bantu babeere nga basobola, balina obusobozi okulumba omulabe bw'abanga yanyaga ebyabwe babimusuuze era batuule mu busika bwabwe. Si bo bokka naye ne families zaabwe nti olina gw'okutendekebwa famire yo gijje mu kinyamu eri n'abantu abakwetoolodde. Si ekyo kyokka ne community yo abantu b'olimu. Singa mmwe aba lokole mulemererwa okukyusa ababeetoolodde ne mujja abantu nga bava Kenya, bava Tanzania, bava mu Dinkalandi nga be mukuŋŋaana nabo nga baneiba tebabalabamu mugaso, kitegeeza nti muwerekera abo abatraininga. Era mu kutraininga mubaamu abantu abali specific. Gulira President Museveni si ye commander in chief, abamu mugamba nti eggye lirye kubanga ye yeenoonyeza abantu be n'abeetendekera. Bw'abatendeka nga balina ekigendererwa kyabwe. Kakati abalala bonna okujjako nga mulobye mu ndowooza yaabwe ideology kiki bo kye baalina mu kutandika. President Museveni yalina ki n'aba yamwegattako baalina ki bazze bagabana ebintu bino ne beetendeka ne batendeka n'abantu baabwe. Sitaddewo kapoozi sebo w'ekitiibwa president weebale era nange ngamba nti mukama akuwa omukisa sinze nandibadde ngukuwa naye nange kankayiseewo na mwenna abaagala emirembe okuddamu okwaniriza omulwanyi gwe bayita Samusoni Mande. Sebo afande Mande naawe tukwaniriza. Welcome back from exile. Ne mwenna abakoze ku nteekateeka eyo ekyo nno kya kikulu. Ekyo nno kya ye Uganda gy'owulira. Ye Uganda gy'owulira ago ge maanyi gaayo nti oli ne bwe baba nga basoowaganye wateeka okubeerawo, and I use the word there must be omuwaatwa. Wateeka okubeerawo omuwaatwa oluggi oba omukwesese bwe guba ng'oli asobola kwewalula bwewaluzi wabe yeewalule abantu baddemu bakwatagane baddemu bazimbe ekyo kye baasalawo okuzimba. Ago ge maanyi ga Uganda. Ate ne weewuunye eri bannaddiini kyandibadde ng'ekyo kyekiri ku mwanjo. Buli akwata bayibuli n'agamba nti nze nalokoka. Olowooza sikulukuse noli ne bwabangaaga nti nze ndi mwangirikaani gwe tokwata bayibuli. Kakati noga nti wateeka okubaawo muwaatwa. There has to be a place in our hearts for I'm sorry, 2 I forgive, 3 I reconcile and continue building. Uganda egenda mu maaso, abaagala baagale, abagaana bagaane. Uganda egenda wa mu maaso era ffenna tuvunaanyizibwa ku kukula kwayo n'okukona kwayo. Kati ako kabadde ka mukama waffe oba goyinza ogamba nti oyo tabeera nko mukama wange nze ngambye omukulembeze wa ggwanga President Yoweri Museveni na mwenna abakoze ku nteekateeka eyo. Kaakati nno era nkyasimbyewo akati when a son comes back home ate weewuunye be yalekawo tebajja kusanyuka. Naawe mukama wange Samusoni omukulu Mande nchukua nti abasigaddewo fe abaasigala eno okukomawo okwo tetujja kusanyukira abamu naye ekawaba waka. Ekyokubiri nti ffenna ddala gwakomyewo eka okkakkanako kubanga bano boosanzeewo era bayinza okuba nga be baali ensonga ekimu ku nsonga lwaki wavaawo. Kakati bwebanga okomyewo gwe tunuulira ebintu nga bwe biri obireke bizannye omuzannyo gwabyo kubanga gwe okomyewoka. Oteekwa okuba gwe muggwe era oddeyo ku nnonoyo ku musingi kwe mwatandikira. Ku musingi ogwo gwe gubafuula ab'omuwendo nate. Olowooza awo seekonyeewo nvuddewo. Programu okuyimusa bannaggwano eddoboozi nga tuli ku Excel TV eddoboozi ly'abannaggwano. Olwaleero tubadde mu independence. Kakati bakama bange tewajja kubaawo independence okujjako ng'omutwe gwo nagwo guli independent. Bw'obanga omutwe gwo tegusobola kweyimirira ng'olina kusooka kwebuuza sibuuza council. Everyone must be a person of seeking counsel. Counsel kwe kuweebwa amagezi. Aga amagezi oba okuwabulwa ekyo kitundu ku kutendekebwa kwaffe okusobola okukola ebintu ebituufu. In fact, bw'omala okutendekebwa, once you are trained, then you are commissioned. Obuzungu ndwogedde kasita omala okutendekebwa kati ate osindikibwa okuteeka mu nkola ebyo byotendekeddwa. Kati mu kubiteeka mu nkola newankubadde nti oli mutendeke naye bingi era byojja okuba nti we owabulwamu osobola okubeera ng'osaza. Kyovula Bayibuli egamba nti mu lufulube lw'aba wiba amagezi abangi obwakabaka bunywezebwa. Omanyi Uganda eno nsi matendo, nsi mukisa. Buli ata n'atalina kyayogera nga takitegeera naye ajja kwogera. Wali oliddeko omuntu agamba nti omusajja nti Museveni alina ba advisors bangi. Kakati omuntu bamunenya okuba ne ba advisors abangi. Neve tujja kugendanga nnyo mu biboosi by'abantu. Okiraba. Ffe tugenda na Bayibuli. Bw'onooba onooyagala okugenda mu maaso oteekeddwa okuba nga weekutte ekigambo kimu, Bayibuli. Nkikudiremu Bayibuli, kubanga bw'oba togikutte ate ojja kubula. Bayibuli ffe tugamba nti bw'oba ne bakansalazi abangi ng'oli mukulembeze ojja kunywezebwa. Alina abatono naawe wenyweze mururo omuliro gukola ki gujja. Kakati kino kitwale omala kutendekebwa. Bw'omala okutendekebwa you are commissioned. Osindikiddwa oteeka obutendeke obukugu mu nkola. Kati mu kuteekawo obukugu obwo bingi ebijja okusoomooza kubanga newankubadde obutendeke obulina oli mutendeke naye kati oli mu field y'abakozi. Abakozi abateeka mu nkola bibatendekeddwa. Kyova olaba ffe tusalawo ntugamba nti kyonna kye nnaakola kankifunire obumanyi. Kakati obumanyi obwo n'olyoka obuteeka mu nkola. Omuntu bw'ateeka by'amanyi mu nkola bw'agenda akula mu byakola ng'abikola bulungi ddala akuguka. Kati abakugu be bantu abaludde mu field nga bakuŋŋaanyizza bakutte obutendeke bwabwe ne babuteekako ebiseera nga babuteeka mu nkola. Bwe bamala buteekako ebiseera kati ate ne babukola. Bwe babukola mu kubukola ne bagenda nga bagenda era bakuŋŋaanya obuwabuzi n'amagezi n'okumanya abalala abali mu field eyo bye balina. Kyova olaba nti buli muntu w'oli olina okutandika okuyaayana oba tonnaba kukifuna nga tonnaba kutandika kuyaayana. Noonya abantu abali mu field yo mu ekyo ky'owulira mu mutima gwo ky'olina okukola. Era bw'otendekebwa todduka buddusi n'ova mu bantu wabula noonya abantu bo.